Hello, hello, hello. I am just trying to get Instagram to go live too. There we go. And mute. So today I'm starting something new just for fun. It's Andrea's 5 days of Christmas. I'm going to tell a Christmas story every day for 5 days. And with one exception, they have nothing to do with business. It's just for fun. So let me know in the chat if you're watching this live or in the replay. I'll be going live every day, approximately 10:30 a.m. between now and Saturday the 23rd, the 24th. I'm going to be full on baking and Christmas mode. So anyway, when I was growing up, and actually even to this day, my dad is notorious for guessing what his Christmas presents are. It's not that he opens them up or, snoops. He just, once the Christmas presents are wrapped and under the tree, he'll pick them up, shake them, squeeze them around, and then he'll go, "Oh, it's a book. I wonder if it's the newest book by John Grisham." Or, "Oh, this feels like a shirt," or "It feels like," and he always guesses, and it drives everybody crazy. So one year, my grandmother, she'd had enough. And she shows up at our house in November with this box, and it's like about 3 feet long, a foot and a half wide, and 2 inches deep. And it's wrapped in Christmas paper. And she throws it on the kitchen table and looks at my dad and says, "I defy you to guess what this is." She's just livid. So my dad has pretty much close to 6 weeks to try to guess what this present is. And so every day he's kind of like shaking it and squeezing it, but it's like a really solid cardboard box, well wrapped, nothing. And he made all kinds of wild guesses, but he could not guess what it was. And then on Christmas morning, my grandmother wouldn't let him open the present until it was the very last present. She made him like wait. And so fine, and kind of all of us at this point are like, what the heck is it? And so very last present, my dad opens it. And yeah, it's this box. Inside the box is a giant 3 foot long, 2.5 feet wide, 2 inch thick Hershey's chocolate bar. Like it was actually, had the wrapper and then inside had the foil and then it had the squares, of course, but they were giant squares because it's a giant Hershey's chocolate bar. My grandmother had driven to Ottawa because there used to be a Hershey's plant in Ottawa. I mean, they left, bastards. But anyway, back then it was still there. And she'd got that just for my father. And the thing is, it wasn't hollow, it was a solid chocolate bar. Like it was heavy. And in fact, if we wanted to eat chocolate, we had to kind of go Norman Bates on it and grab like a knife and go to hack off a piece of chocolate that was small enough to eat. And in fact, we were eating chocolate, I think, until July from this chocolate bar. And in fact, it was probably the first time ever or since in my family when Easter came around and my mom said to my sister and I, "Do you guys want chocolate for Easter?" We're no, no, we're sick of chocolate because we still had, I think, about a half the chocolate bar left at Easter. So anyway, that was the mystery present that my grandmother, she must have worked really hard to try to figure out what could you get that my dad wouldn't guess. So please let me know in the chat. Do you have a family member who's one of those people who always guesses what their present is? Or are you the person who always guesses? And what do you do to keep them from figuring out what your gift to them is? Anyway, I've been Andrea Stenberg, and I will be back tomorrow approximately this time with another one of Andrea's 5 Days of Christmas stories.